Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Factorio with LD7, and today we are going to be progressing on towards setting up our first iron smeltery. So last time we got kind of our burners set up, we got our first research done for automation so we can start building stuff inside the assembler. I'm just going ahead and making some red science packs so we can actually, get logistics done, because in order to build a smeltery, which I kind of have set up, or at least the blueprint for it set up down here, I'm gonna need splitters, which does require logistics. So once those red science packs are done, we can research logistics. It won't take too long. It's 15 reds, so not a big deal. I'm just gonna mine these stones out of the way because they will be in the way, at least initially. So there's kind of two ways you can go about this when you're setting up your first smeltery. So you can try to just get it roughed out really quickly at the start, which is probably what we're going to try to do. Or you can try to automate it, which wouldn't be bad either, but we got to build a bunch of stuff. So I need gear wheels and circuits, so copper cable and iron. So really I need to build another assembler. And I'm trying to not build too much stuff in my hand, so we'll make a couple assemblers, I think, once these science packs are done. So while we're waiting, we'll just throw those in so it can start ticking through on the research while it's crafting away. Not a big deal. Like, it is what it is. You kind of just gotta deal with it more than anything else. So we got our copper. We'll go ahead and drop in another full stack of coal. So this must be full of ore. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. And grab the plates. So we almost have 100 copper. That's actually that's pretty good. I mean, you don't need a whole lot of copper starting off, so it's not that big of a deal. It's more about how much iron you got. I made like 170 transport belts. This took almost a full 100 to set up, and really this is not the most optimal smeltery design, just because really you should have your furnaces 2 more blocks apart. So this should really be right here, and this belt should be out 1 more, and this one should be right here, and this belt should be out 1 more, with a belt doing this to feed in. That way you can upgrade to electric furnaces without having to move a bunch of shit. But I'm not too worried about it. We probably won't even upgrade this, just because like the stone furnaces and the steel furnaces, which is the next upgrade, are the same size. It's when you go to electric furnaces that they change size, so I'm not too worried about it. This is going to have coal supplied to it anyway, so whatever. Let's do this though. Let's go ahead and kind of get the rest of the belts laid out. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically, this is going to be my coal line, so we'll put probably an electric drill right there, and then this is going to be the iron line. So we'll put a few iron drills right on this to feed this smeltery. We are going to need to build some inserters in order to make this work. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So we need electronic circuits, I know. So let's make a few copper cables. I didn't want to select and do that, but that's fine. So circuits take 3 and 1. That's easy. We also are going to need inserters, which takes circuits and gear wheels. So, okay, we're going to have to make some gear wheels. We are going to need copper cables, though, so we'll just let that kind of tick through, because we're going to need a lot of copper cables. Basically, anything that takes copper uses copper cables, by and large, so not a big deal that we are making a bunch of them. I just want to have a little bit of copper left over just in case we need it for something else. We'll pick up the rest of the coal out of there. Cool. And this is almost done. So, alright, there's that. We are going to build a second assembler first, I think, just to kind of speed this up a little bit more than anything else. So there we are, 102. Awesome. This, we need circuits and then gear wheels. So let's do the circuits next. Throw in some iron, some copper wire, build a few circuits. We'll make like 15 of them maybe, and then we'll switch over to iron gear wheels to make those. Cool. Iron gear wheels, make a bunch of those, because you need, so basically copper wire and iron gear wheels you need a fuck ton of, just in general. So not a big deal. We'll kind of produce out a few of these, so we don't have to keep swapping, but that should be enough to build the assembler at least. So click those in. Alright, well we built 2 more assemblers. I didn't necessarily want to do that, but that's fine. We can set one of these to gear wheels and one of these to wires, and we'll just do that instead. So alright, let's build some mining drills, which we're going to need. So throw that in. We're going to need some more gear wheels. Go figure. Alright, so that's kind of clicking through. Great. So this will build us 3 drills. So we probably only need 1 on coal. I would like to get a little bit more than that on iron if I can. So we'll build a few more circuits. Make like 15 because we still have to do inserters as well. But having these, so building gears and cables pretty much all the time is typically a pretty good setup because you're always going to need those for everything. So let's do 1 more or 2 more drills, and then we'll switch over to inserters. So dope. And then inserters are right here. Great. And we should be able to build a fair amount of those. Let's go ahead and get the drills kind of positioned where we want first. So I'm going to throw this coal miner right there. And let's kind of set up the iron like so. We'll put 2 on either side so it fully saturates the belt. We are going to need to build some electric poles. We got 15 inserters. That's not quite enough, but that's okay. Let's build the power poles first, just so we have enough to kind of connect everything, because we also need to draw power over to the smeltery setup as well. So not a big deal. We're going to need more electronic circuits, I think, is what that was saying. So there's 30 power poles. That should be enough to begin with. So let's go ahead and power up our coal. Just like that. Doesn't have to be pretty at this point because we don't have a whole hell of a lot of miners or anything, but we'll reposition shit as we need to. So there we go. We've got iron and coal being produced that way, so that is good. I can go ahead and set these up because I know where I'm going to need them. So basically you just put them touching the furnace just like that. Or actually, it's better if they are on the outer edge, in all honesty. This one we'll have on the inner edge just so we can get the... On the end, we're going to put a chest where all the iron's going to be dumped. So that's fine. We need a power pole there to let that happen. So connect it right here. Perfect. All right. So now that's all powered. We can start moving a few inserters into place as well. So basically, they pull off of this line, they put out on that one, and that's about that. So not too difficult in all honesty. We are going to need more inserters. It should take double the number of furnaces. So I've got 10 furnaces here, so we need a total of 20 inserters. We need another 5. So we should have the circuits to do that now. Let's go ahead, swap back to inserters, make me another 5 of them, and then I'm going to need more gear wheels. And I'm going to need more copper cable. So we'll just drop in a few more copper cables and gear wheels. There we go. Well, we've got way more than enough inserters now. We'll probably end up increasing the amount of whatchamacallit, the drills doing coal, just to kind of get that pushed. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll build these. We'll go place these guys down here and finish off our smeltery inserter setup. And then we need to build a splitter and we'll be ready to go. So kind of a little trick we're utilizing here. If you take a belt and you have 2 coming in from either side, it won't connect to one of them. So iron will only go on this side, coal will only go on this side, so you can have both resources on one belt this way. Logistics should be getting close. I must need more red science, I guess. So I need to go pick up a little bit more copper. Probably, or well, actually I probably have just enough copper. While that's making those, I'm gonna clear out this coal. I'm gonna run on up and grab the copper out of this furnace because it's probably full. Yeah, it was full. That's fine. So there we go. Throw in full stack of coal just so it's ready. We probably are going to want to run down and top up the generator again, just because we've got a fair amount of stuff going. You can kind of tell some of the machines are moving slow, so that means that power is struggling. And that's fine. Optimally, like, we'll get this fueled up so it's got... I didn't necessarily want to put all of them in there. Keep a little bit on us. Basically, we'll eventually run coal down there so we don't have to keep running back and forth to that chest. But for the time being, this is kind of what we've got. So let's go ahead and swap that out. What did we want to make next? Drills. Sure. Cool. We can at least build a couple. And then with these 5 packs, we should get logistics done, I think. It must be a 20 science research. It doesn't say, damn it. Maybe on here. Yeah, 20 packs. Okay. So that's fine. Then we can go ahead and build a splitter, is what it's called. So we got 3 more drills. I'm just gonna throw a second one on coal, I think. So put that guy right there. Should be good enough. I think 2 is gonna be enough to power this whole thing. I mean, we could, you know, just expand it slightly just to be safe, because you don't want to run out of coal, otherwise you're not going to get the optimum efficiency. You don't want to run out of iron for the same reason. But anyway, not a big deal. Once we get the splitter put on, this smelter will start rolling. I guess what we could do in the meantime is make a chest, so let's do that. So there's our chest. Great. Put this at the very end with an inserter to fill it up, just so it holds it. I mean, ultimately this is going to feed into some sort of factory or machine setup type deal, but we'll just go ahead and do that for now, so we can build a buffer chest. So there we go. That was the research coming in. So we need transport belts, circuits, and iron. We need more circuits, so I don't know why it's not clicking in everything we need for the thing anymore. Kind of annoying. There we go. Control. We need more. 5. Damn it. Alright, so let's do this. Throw in some more. We're going to have to swap this back to circuits for a sec. Grab those. Make some more circuits for me. I only need 1 splitter at this point, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, so there we go. We got our splitter. Great. Close that out for now. And all we're going to do is put it like this. So now the iron and coal still stay on their respective sides, but now it's going down 2 belts. So our furnace will slowly start turning on. We could speed this up by fueling everything and all that noise, but I'm not too worried about it. It'll get there eventually. I guess what we should probably look at trying to do next is getting a whatchamacallit, a copper smeltery set up, just so we got some copper rolling. We could do that, or we could set up a few more drills for the power generation, and we're probably going to have to generate some more power here shortly, so let's do that. Let's get 3 coal miners so we can set up our power generation. I am going to need more power poles most likely, so we'll slot those, slot those. We'll just put in, like, I don't know, 15 cables, sure. Oh, it needs 1 more, so it's an even number. Alright, fine. We'll do 16. Cool. I guess we can queue up the next research. We'll probably go for, shit, I don't know, electronics maybe? And then steel. So I think, is it, I don't know what button I've got to push to queue those, but that's alright. Not the end of the world. Alright, so can I build a splitter right now? No, I need more circuits. Fine, we'll build some circuits then. This can make some more iron gear wheels while we're chilling here. Okay, so that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and make another 2 splitters maybe, just so we've got some. And then let's actually build some transport belts, because we're going to need it to bring the coal line down. So what I could potentially do is I could move 4 more of these burners in with these and have that supply the generators, but I kind of want to use, you know, like regular electric ones if I can. I'm just looking to see. It doesn't look like there is a good spot necessarily of coal next to where we've got our generator, so we will just set it up here. It's not that big of a deal in all honesty, so do something kind of like that. Run a belt, and it's going to go straight down. We are going to put one of those right there. So this should be enough to run at least power for the foreseeable future, I would think. I don't know, maybe not. We probably want an underground belt, so we can almost certainly make one of those. Those are pretty cheap. So we'll make a couple of them just so we got them, but do 3, sure. Alright, dope. Put it back on regulars, and we'll socket this on our bar. Not what I wanted to do. God damn it. There we go. So these allow you to pass underneath the belt, so great, we got that. And we're just going to run this down to the power generators, so we can have it auto input the coal, as opposed to the way it's set up now. Oh, damn it. So close. You're so close. That's fine. When we go pick up more belts, we'll be able to do that. So we've got an iron smeltery set up. That's awesome. We almost have our coal into power automated, so that's pretty good as well. Probably need more gear wheels for this. So throw that back in. Throw that back in. Cool. Just so it's continuously producing. So once we get the power kind of set up, we do want to expand this probably, just so we don't have to deal with it for a little while. Move this up like this. And let's go back up. We're going to have to build a couple more boilers, and then we'll probably build 5 more engines is my guess. It's kind of what I'm shooting for. So let's do this. To build these, I need pipes and furnaces. So pipes are pretty easy. They're just iron. We'll build a fair amount of pipes. The furnaces aren't too bad either. We can actually swap this one over and build some furnaces in the meantime, because I've got the stone. So that'll build 10 furnaces. We got some gear wheels, great. 15. So it's 4 for each boiler. So 4 times 3 is 12. And then we need some for the generators as well. We can put them all off of the same pump, so we don't have to worry about making another one of those. At this point, we will when we expand it a second time, but that's fine. So once we hit 40 of these, I think we'll swap over and start building the actual stuff that we want. This can probably make even more furnaces. Cools. We'll just get a shit ton of furnaces, because I want to make a copper smeltery as well, so it's not, like, it doesn't hurt us to have these extra furnaces. So there we go, we've got plenty of that. Go ahead, make 2 more boilers, I guess, and then we need to make 5 of these. Cool. I don't know, that's probably good enough for now. We'll fuck with it later. So let's go ahead and take the boilers, and we're going to run on down and connect them into our powers, just so we don't run out. Granted, we're not doing research all the time at this point, but we will be soon enough, so might as well preempt it. So, alright, the way we're going to do this is we are going to put these bitches just like that, and actually what I want to do is put 1 pipe in between each of these boilers, I think. Just so there's room for the power pole, is what that's about. Just because it gets a little bit dicey trying to squeeze everything together if you don't, so not a big deal. We'll do that, and then we will do this. Cool. So this will increase our power quite a bit, in all honesty, so there we go. And all we gotta do is put on a couple more burners. I know I didn't realistically want to build these I could have used regular inserters too, I suppose, but that's fine. We'll just set this up. So now we've got 6 engines as opposed to just one, so we can produce up to 5.8. We're only using like 800 kilowatts, so we've got a fair amount of excess power, so we can actually start building our factory. But I think we're going to call it here for today. So we've got our iron set up, which is great. We've got our power automated as far as being fueled and all that's concerned. So we are ready to expand, more or less. I am just going to break these down real quick because we don't need them anymore. We've got a actual smeltery doing all that for us, so not a big deal. We could, I guess next time what we're going to focus on is getting a smeltery set up for the copper up here, just so we get both of them automated. And we'll probably end up moving, like building a line, bringing it down here somewhere so it's next to the iron. That way I don't have to go to 2 places to pick up stuff. It just makes it a little bit more efficient, so let's throw in a little bit more stone and build some more furnaces while we're waiting. I mean, I guess I've got 23 of them in my pack, but whatever. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always, and until next time, this has been LD7, and we will see ya.